goes. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Got some breathing room, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
It's a gain of
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. He's got this one completed to Mims. Darnold to Mims, first down Jets. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 30-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And now running right through him. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Le'Veon Bell.
They went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Jets 7, Buccaneers 0.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Brady going to throw. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Recovered by the
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Buccaneer first down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. The give is to Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg, Darnold rolling to his right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
21.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the... And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jets have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. Fighting his way through contact. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
At their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down throw, Darnold able to connect with Mims.
Keep going, keep running, man.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like you're just
going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a 22-yard.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
11 at the 6-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
8 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught?
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's got Jack Doyle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Darnold on first down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
54 mark. Check, box 54, box 54. We want this. Check 26, Deuce. Hey,
Brady now on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's
a good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
31-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
11 yards there, first down.
On the play.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Come on and get it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete.
Scotty Miller with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 36, Darnold caught by his tight end Wesco. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Oh, he fakes a spike. Got a man. It's Mims. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. To the air again, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Wheeler. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
At the 24-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Taken from about the 12. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Vaughn. They'll run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Buccaneers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now he'll throw with Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
For the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Good. Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Jets 24.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant.
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing again is Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up the first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back up. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Patrick Owasor. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On the tackle.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue day, 45.
And they give this time to the tailback. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Darnold from the gun. He's got this one completed to Mims.
You don't want nothing, get them.
And he's got Denzel Mims. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jets 38, Buccaneers 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
White on the tackle.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Tackles.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
45. I'm going to come back to you. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Man, I got you.
3rd and 2, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught by Herndon. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Darnold to his tight end, Herndon, 1st down, New York. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
The Bucs 42-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check. 3 down. Hey, check Mike 45.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast, so I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Jets, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse your wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex. Yeah. whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's